Fam First Friday, and I got one of my special co-hosts today. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, and we're going to do the park, and we're going to also do the library. But let's check out the library first. Say, yep, let's do the library first. All right. So, my special guest is going to show us how to put this thing together.
We go right there. Where did they go? Go right there. One more. No, another fit. You go right there.
Okay.
Go right there. See? You go right there. No, another day. No.
I think it goes. Oh, okay. Good job.
Okay. A big book.
Why don't you try it right here? There you go.
Where'd you go? Right there. You can go right there.
Oh, you're good at this.
You go right there and spin around. Oh, it's bending. It's bending. No, not a day. Oh, where'd it go?
There you go.
Another day.
Good job. All right. I think it goes at the bottom.
No.
Let's try right here. Boom, you got it.
Oh.
So that was me earlier with the fam at the library and at the park. That's definitely a good combination for you to actually use and do with your kids, to actually take them to the library and take them to the park. The one I happen to go to, they're right by each other, so if you can find a local park in your area and a local library in your area, that's always a good thing to actually do, and you can just have them both side by side. So either you start off with the library, then go to the park, or start with the park and then go to the library, and the kids will definitely have a good time doing both. Some of the benefits of going to the library, they definitely have, and well, you have to check your local library and see if they do these type of things. But they should hopefully have a story time. So in case you're a parent that you're not a good reader, you don't know how to read that good, or you just want to have your kids sit down and listen to somebody tell a story. A story time is actually a good time to take your kids to a library and they can hear somebody read a story and make funny voices and other things like that. So I would definitely recommend that. Then also too, they do have different puzzles and different little toys that they can play with. So sometimes it's better to just get your kids outside the house, let them go play with some toys somewhere else, let them maybe make a mess, and maybe a librarian will come and clean it up. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but at least your kid gets to play out somewhere else. And then also too, the stuff that they have on the computers nowadays, it makes it easier. And even though you can do some of these things at home, it's always different when you can get outside the house and go somewhere else and actually do something. Your kids will enjoy it, and then you may enjoy it as well, and definitely getting them outside the house. Now, as far as the actual park, I think it's the same thing. You can get your kids outside the house. Instead of them playing inside the house, they'll be outside the house. And then definitely when they get to running around and they're jumping around and playing on different things, This will actually get their energy out that they need to get out, and then this will actually also help them to be active, so they're actually moving around doing things instead of them just sitting at home watching TV all day, or sitting at home on a computer, or just sitting at home playing any games. Get your kids outside the house, get them moving around, running around, and actually playing. Then they may actually meet some other kids their age at the actual park as well. You may also meet some parents around your age, or just parents in general that maybe can help you out, give you pointers, or vice versa. You can help them out, give them some things that they can do to help raise their kids, and you could possibly make some new friends as well. Lastly, the best thing about going to the park and the library is it's free 99. So you do not have to pay any money to go to both. You can do it at any time, and just spending time with your kids, they'll make it worth your while. And then they will also remember this. You just spend in 15 minutes pushing them on the swings or anything like that, and they think you spent 2-3 hours out there. It just lightens up their day. So you definitely want to do that if you can. Now, my top 10 games or sports events that you should be watching over this weekend. I'm going to start with college football, and I definitely think you should be watching the Georgia versus Ole Miss game, SEC. Definitely it's going to be a good game. Then also LSU versus Alabama. This should be another good game. They're saying that it may actually rain during that game, but we'll see if it does or if it doesn't. Even if it does, it's still going to be a great game. Also, I think Colorado versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech is looking decent, and Colorado is looking good as well too. And they're kind of on the outside looking in at possibly getting into the playoffs. And this is a road game. This is going to definitely be a big game for both of these teams. So you should definitely check that one out. And then lastly but not least, in college football, I would say the Holy War, which would be BYU versus Utah. And this is a game that haven't been played in a few years, and these two school-based and fan bases, they really don't like each other. I think it's really going to be a good game, and even though Utah hasn't been looking that great lately, I still think this should be a good game to actually watch, just because the rivalry is that big. So definitely check this game out. Then moving on to the NFL, I think watching Detroit Lions going against the Houston Texans, this will be the primetime game, and I think this will actually be one of the better games in the NFL, so definitely check that out. And then also the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Washington Commanders. I gotta get used to saying that. I got it. Washington Commanders. So this should actually be a good game. I definitely think you should check this one out. And both of these fan bases aren't too far from each other, so it should make this to be an even better game. Then if you're an NBA fan, I think you should definitely watch the Denver versus Dallas game. This will be on Sunday. This should be a good game as well. These were both the last two champs in the Western Conference of the NBA. And then also check out Boston versus Milwaukee. This should be a good one as well. If you like college hoops, I think you should check out Baylor versus Arkansas, and then Auburn versus Houston. These are both, all four of these teams are in the top 25, and hopefully they should have a good game. I think they will, so check these games out. But this has been another Fan First Friday. Enjoy your night.